Clutter isn't your problem, decision fatigue is. If you want a more simpler, organized life, then you're in the right place. So if this sounds like you, make sure you listen up and follow this channel. I'm Toy, and I'm about to tell you the real reason why your life feels cluttered, and it's not what you think. You might be wondering what even is decision fatigue, mental overload, overwhelm, exhaustion. Every second of every minute of every hour of every day of every week of every year, we're constantly making decisions. Big decisions, medium decisions, tiny decisions. Every single thing in life is a choice. And when we have too many choices, it creates confusion, mental clutter, which leads to exhaustion and overwhelm. Have you ever been to the Cheesecake Factory? They have this infamously humongous menu with tons of things, tons of items for you to choose from. I bet if you're like me, you don't even read the whole menu, or sometimes you do read the whole menu, but you still end up just getting one thing every time you go there. It's too many choices. It's overwhelm. When you have too many choices, it immediately causes confusion. And decision fatigue can affect everything. It can affect your health. It might inhibit you from making good choices when it comes to eating. So instead of trying to figure out what are we going to eat for dinner, you'll just do something impulsive like order out or go through the drive-through because it's easier. So you end up acting impulsively because who has the energy to make a careful decision and weigh the options and think about what's the best course of action to take. And then on the flip side of that, you might end up doing the opposite of being impulsive, which is to procrastinate. You just avoid making decisions altogether. So instead of making up your mind, you just put it off and put it off and put it off. And that's how you end up being stuck. From the moment you wake up until the moment you go to bed at night, we're constantly making decisions all day long. What am I going to wear? How should I do my hair? Should I answer the phone? Should I not answer the phone? Which way should I take to work? Oh, there's traffic this way. Should I take the other road? All day, all day, all day, every second of the day. And right now, I'm just talking about the decisions that you have to make for yourself all day long is exhausting. What about when you're at work and you have to make all these decisions and think for other people? Or when you're at home dealing with your family and they're asking you questions and you're fielding questions and you're advising and your friends are calling you and you're helping other people make decisions as well. It just keeps piling up and piling up and piling up until you just got too much going on up here. All that mind clutter just causes you to feel extremely overwhelmed. All you want to do is take a nap, turn off the lights, and be quiet. You just don't want to use your mind at all. Maybe you just want to veg out in front of the TV or scroll mindlessly on your phone. Just anything where you don't have to think or make any decisions. What you need to start doing is outsourcing decisions. You're going to start outsourcing as many decisions as possible to prevent you from having decision fatigue. Get somebody else to do it. Lots of decisions we can let other people handle. We don't have to be in control of everything. When I go to the salon, I've been going to the same stylist for about 20 years. But when I go there, I just sit in the chair and I don't say anything. Do what you want. You're the professional. You know what my hair needs. I mean, since I moved out of Atlanta, I haven't been to her in a while and I miss her so much. But I went to a person here in Phoenix, where I am right now, and I did the same thing. I sat down and she's like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "Do what you want to do with my hair." She wasn't into it. She's like, no, I need you to show me some pictures of what your normal stylist does so I can have an idea." But I seriously outsource that type of decision to the professional hairstylist. You know what's best. You know what's gonna look good on me. I'm easy, and it's just hair. If I don't like it, I can change it. Same thing at the nail salon. When they hand me that big book with all those different color nails and stuff, I sit there and I sit there looking through all the colors, and two things happen. One, I either get the same color that I've gotten countless other times before, or two, I get them to choose something for me. Last time I had my nails done, my sister treated me for my birthday and I let her choose the color. Certain things, I'm not even going to waste my brain power uh, or tire myself out trying to make these itty bitty micro decisions that really are not super duper important. So that's the first thing you can do is let go of control. You don't have to be in control of everything. Now, I gave you some pretty trivial examples, but there's probably lots of things in your life or decisions that you feel like you have to be on top of, that you have to be making, that you really don't have to be a part of. Let somebody else take control of certain decisions and take some of the weight off of yourself. One of my favorite things about releasing control and letting other people make some of the decisions around you, whether it's at home, in your personal life, or at work, is it empowers people. When you empower people to make them feel good about making decisions, when you give people the freedom to make choices, yes, sometimes you might have some stipulations or parameters and you give them some type of framework, but empowering the people around you to make good decisions is so helpful to you. It takes the load off of you and it helps them also. It helps build their self esteem and it makes them want to help you even more. And in the case of if you're dealing with your children or your staff or employees, you kind of have to have confidence in your own self because you're the one who trained them. You trained them. So you have to have confidence in your ability to train your kids or your people and know that, hey, I did a good job with them, so they got it because I told them everything they know. You're also going to let go of being a perfectionist. That kind of goes along with being a control freak, what we talked about earlier. A lot of the decisions that you're making constantly is based on, is this good enough? Yes, it's good enough. Pick one, pick something, do something, and move on. And then stop being so prideful and be okay with opening up and asking for help. I am a super resourceful person. I love to find things out and figure out how I can do things on my own, but I'm also a big fan of asking for help. If I'm faced with a really difficult decision, instead of trying to rack my brain and figure it out all on my own, I'm going to go to somebody who's either been through it and has experience in this type of situation, or they are more knowledgeable about it than I am. And then at least you're armed with some new information that can help you make the decision process easier. All of those small little decisions that you're making that you really don't have to make, they add up and they're causing you to have decision fatigue, which makes you exhausted and feel overwhelmed. Be something as simple as creating a capsule wardrobe, or even if you want to be even more radical, do a uniform. Like Simon Cowell, he wears the same thing over and over again. The guy from American Idol, Steve Jobs, and he wore the same exact clothes all the time. Turtleneck and jeans, turtleneck and because they have more important things to worry about. They're trying to run their businesses or make their music or whatever they're doing. You have more important things to think about. So make certain decisions easier for yourself. Outsourcing someone to manage like the everyday minutia that we go through just to keep our lives going, that might be an option also. All right, so let's do a quick recap. Write this down so you can come back to it or save this video. One, you're going to let go of trying to control everything. Stop being a control freak. You're essentially just overwhelming yourself by trying to involve yourself in everything. Secondly, you're going to empower the people around you to make decisions and choices. Have some confidence in them and have some confidence in yourself, especially if you're the one who trained them. And if you didn't train them, then show them what to do and then let them do it. And this is a big one. Stop being such a perfectionist. This kind of goes in tandem with being a control freak as well. But yeah. And lastly, learn how to ask for help. And I just thought of something else. When you outsource certain decisions and choices, you may end up doing things differently that you never even thought of before. And so that ends up expanding your mind and expanding your way of thinking because now you're seeing something from a different perspective, a new and exciting way, maybe, or maybe something even better. So, in essence, you are going to start outsourcing as many decisions as you can. This is what a simple, organized, and uncluttered life looks like. If you want more, like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.